So within a community of believers, there exists, even within a community of believers, there will exist people with these kinds of problems. There will exist people with these kinds of issues. And they regret, because see, their regret is pronounced on Judgment Day. But what happens is that they will regret their utter disregard for Allah and their utter disregard for the mocking attitude that they used to have towards life. And I want to go back to it. The disregard for Allah or for the divine commands, because that statement, the Mufassirun have understood it in slightly different ways. So, for such people who have these problems, among their characteristics is that they worship, they offer prayer, they do the acts of prayer, but their hearts were really into the prayer. The Quran speaks about those who pray الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. How's it go? الَّذِينَ هُمْ يُرَاءُونَ. That there are people who pray, but they were negligent in their prayer, and they prayed to be seen by people. It was political. They prayed when it was politically expedient. When they were in a congregation and it was necessary for some political reasons, they offered their prayer then.
Exploiting the religion.
Spite of the religion. And so, فَرَقْتُ مِنْ جُمِّ اللَّهِ يَا حَسْرَةَ عَلَى مَا فَرَقْتُ فِي جُمِّ اللَّهِ. So, the divine commands aren't just about making prayer and fasting and going for pilgrimage and things like that. The divine commands that have been neglected include neglected families, being negligent towards families, being negligent towards community, negligent of responsibilities. See, meaning that we can look at this in a bigger picture than just talking about God and talking about Tawheed and talking about theology. And there are people like that. They have been in situations, and they have abandoned their family, and then by the time they realize it, it's too late. That they have destroyed their connection or destroyed their tie with their family. So, okay, the subject is about a healthy foundation. You want a healthy foundation? Then obviously you pray more, and you fast more, and you give in sadaqah, you give in charity, and you be helpful to people. Of course, all of those things are obvious. But you also have to remember that your children need you. You have to remember that your children need you. You have to remember that your society needs you. You have to remember that your neighborhood needs you. Meaning that you have to take care of your business. That you have to take care of your business, you have to take care of your responsibilities. And again, let's look at this thing from the perspective of the culture or the surroundings that we deal with on a daily basis. We have to learn to not be so playful or jovial all the time. And what I mean by that statement is don't be consumed by games and be consumed by television and be consumed by entertainment. Don't be consumed by those things. And there are people who are consumed by those things. And we have to learn to not be consumed by those things. Indeed, looking at it from another way, there are serious things that are happening in this world. And there are serious things happening in this nation. And indeed, there are serious things even happening in our own house. And most importantly, there are serious things that happen, or that can happen, or that are happening within our own souls. And we cannot allow ourselves to be blinded to these realities. Blindness itself is caused by severe personality problems or personality issues. And the word nafs in Arabic, we use it for being soul, but the word nafs can likewise be understood to reference just a, in today's language, just a person, just a person or a personality. So, blindness is caused by severe personality problems that have been deeply implanted. Yet, and we learn this from the teacher Muhammad, the Prophet ﷺ, we learn that these things can be overcome if God wills it. These things, or these problems, or these issues, they can be overcome. They can be conquered, and the person can become better. A person can become healed. Continuing on this subject of blindness, we live in a time when blindness is not only common. It's not only common, it is encouraged. And again, the blindness, in my view, I hope this isn't a prejudiced view, the blindness is increased by lots of entertainment and the message that is given within entertainment or given within the entertainment culture. And we have to fight that. And the Quran says, fight the schemes of Satan. So we have to fight that. We have to combat that. And we have to protect ourselves. And Allah says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا. To save yourselves, meaning to protect yourselves and your families from hell, from the fire of hell. So we have to shield ourselves and work hard to fortify ourselves. Now, let me go to the Quran for a moment, and to Rasulullah for a moment. They are both called by the term nur. What does nur mean in English? Light. Nur means light in English. The Quran is called Nur. قَدْ جَاءَكُم مِّنَ اللَّهِ نُورٌ. Right? نُورٌ وَكِتَابٌ مُبِينٌ. The Quran is called Nur. And the Prophet is likewise called Nur. Light. And light is the cure for blindness. And maybe we can look at Nur, this title Nur, or this concept Nur, the concept of light. Maybe we can look at it yet another way. Maybe we could look at it by using the term education. Authentic education. And yes, education includes learning facts and figures, learning names and dates. But education should also cultivate natural abilities that are present within the student. Becoming educated, especially in that which expands the soul, this is very important. And this is not to deny the importance of secular education. Secular education is of course very important too. But to continue the analogy, we have to get into the habit of keeping the light on. When you go to lectures, I carry a little tiny book when I go to lectures. When you go to lectures that you feel that you're going to learn something, that is a potential to learn something you know from the speaker, take a notebook with you or record it on your mobile. Similarly with your Quran, don't take your Quran for granted. Be connected and read your Quran and study your Quran. There are many opportunities. We live in a time when, thank God, we have a lot of opportunities to do that. Make conscious efforts to study the Book of Allah. Make conscious efforts to study the life and the Sunnah and the legacy of the Messenger of Allah, ﷺ. And to put all of that into motion, put all of that into practice. Strive to be a person who can be informed and has the ability to pass on information in an intelligent fashion. And I would say, have a method of study. Not everybody's method is the same. Some people need to listen to music, and at least classical music, I hope, and not any rap or something. But some people need that kind of stimulus to study. Some people need to go to the park to study. But whatever, have a method, or find your method of study, of being able to organize knowledge and to remember knowledge. And I would say further, to be in a constant study mode. And studying, I should say, is not looking up things on the internet. I've learned that. It's not looking up things on the internet. I look up things on the internet, and within 15 minutes I've forgotten what I looked up. So I think that this is not really... Looking things on the internet doesn't help that much. Studying, in my view anyway, and I think that we've done a lecture before, maybe an article before, on study methods. But study has to, in my opinion, it's not a religious opinion, but study has to include things